So the inner presencing is not journeying outside the body, not leaving the body, not going to the center of the sun or the center of the earth. It's to actually experience what you experience, whatever that may be, by going inside. You're taking all your eyeballs that you have on the world around you that is gathering information all the time, and you're turning them all on yourself, and you're taking that vision and inner presencing inside to say hello to whatever maybe not feeling like it's moving inside or dark inside, or you might be very aware of an emotion that's up for you right now, or a mindset that's up for you, or a feeling that's up for you. And we're going inside because that's our best place for clarity. It's the place where we get to know ourselves. And that's why we develop a practice. So it's going to be a little larger in the session tonight. It's going to be more inner presencing, because I've asked Archangel Michael to really make himself present for those of you that are wanting more assistance with feeling your angel that you were born with, your guardian angel. It's not that they're not there. It's that you probably, for those of you who aren't sensing them in clear ways, you haven't developed that muscle of communicating with them as much as you could. And it's probably because there's so much static in between you and how you read the rest of the world. And so the inner presencing is going in and saying hello to our divine line, the line that connects us to the universe, the line that connects us to our higher self, our soul self, the line that connects us to source, to God, that runs through the body all the way to the heart of earth. It's pulling into that hara line, the inner river of light, the tube of light, the river of light inside of us, and getting a feeling for the vibration it has. And from that place, we can journey inside our being from there and find dissonance, find what might not be coherent, find out answers why I might be feeling something or thinking something or experiencing something, where I might be disconnected, where I might have had a trauma. And that is, we are using our inner wisdom with the company of our angels, our guides and team, to go inside and have a look at that. And so Kayla has really become even more proficient than she even was before meditating lately. And she shared something with me that I was hoping she'd share with all of you about what she's noticing with a couple of things I just mentioned. So Kayla, if you would share it with everybody, I think everyone will get good use out of it, because I really enjoyed hearing your experience.
Thanks, Annie. Well, it's been, I just have to say, this stuff works. And it's pretty amazing. I am an acupuncturist and have been practicing for about 10 years now. And something that's always perplexed me and perplexed a lot of people. And since doing this inner presencing work on a very regular basis, it's been something now that I can't go a day without. It's very important. It's become very important to me. And I feel the energy of the universe has also opened up where it's a lot quicker and easier to connect in. And I've been getting a lot of downloads. So the other day I was doing some inner presencing work, and I started to get a little ringing in my ears. And so really started to look at that. And what I was shown is that this ringing, and I'm no musician, so my verbiage may be wrong, but that this ringing is like a guitar, or any instrument for that matter, being out of tune. It gets very tinny and annoying, and it's all you can hear, and it just drives you crazy. And that is a lot of what tinnitus is your vibration, your individual and collective tone being out of tune. And it's something I want to look at a little bit more, is that what I see to be true is that we each vibrate at a different tone individually. And when that gets out of balance, it starts to create this ringing in our ears, and it's our wake up call. It's a way to show us that we're out of balance and that something needs to shift so that we can come back into vibration within ourselves and within the universal. Is that correct, Annie?
Yeah,
Vibration.
yeah, a really, really, really good description for sure. Um, we do. We all come with our own resonance. Not many of us are resonating at our perfect resonance. We're always out of resonance, but depending on how we are interpreting our world around us and how we are listening to our messages and because right, listening to our messages, because I've been dealing with this ear ringing thing for 2 years now, and that's where I've had my most growth as well in these last 2 years. And I've had to have a conversation with, am I vibrating with my highest potential? You can't get that answer from the 3D, because the 3D, your ego will be like, oh yeah, you're doing swell, you're doing great, you're killing it. And yet something inside of you be like, gosh, I don't know if I really feel like I'm in the divine harmony with what I'm supposed to be doing. And then that opens the door of, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? These are really beautiful questions to start to dance with. And this is why people do have practices to sit in holy space, sacred space, to ask those questions. You don't ask your neighbor, how you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm on my path? You ask your God self, you ask your team, you ask your angels, you ask your inner beingness. Do I feel like I'm, vibrating with my best note, my best tune? Am I is the world around me really affecting my vibration in a way that maybe I am too sensitive to what's going on around me? Um, these are really good questions to ask, and we have our own vibration. Everyone came with their own note that they're playing. Someone might be a tuba. Someone might be a violin. Someone might be the cowbell. Someone might be the snare drum. B note on blah 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 on the piano, and it gets tuned to this hara line, this inner line. The more that we spend time in our inner presencing, and then if we're doing that with a group of people, we'll notice that we become in resonance with it. That's what this group is starting to do. We become in resonance with one another. When we are all coming together, we tend to play our note a little better, right? Because right now we're tuning out the world around us. We just brought all our eyes onto ourselves and onto our group, and we're really focusing on that vibration. So if you're vibrating at your vibration and I'm at mine and everybody's at their own, we should sound like a symphony together, right? And so we can tell when we are in the presence of someone who might not be in tune, or it might be ourselves not in tune. Something will just feel funny. And one person resonating really at their tune will help the whole group come into tune. So if someone comes in and they're like, ah, and this one's really holding its note, this one will start to match it. And even though they're two different notes, they will feel like they're symbiotic. They will feel like they're in symphony with one another. I mean, it's called the universe for a reason. The universe, it's one verse of music we're all playing together. But when we break that music down, we're each playing an individual note. And when you know that feeling, when you're in a group and you're vibrating at your highest potential, you feel centered, you feel aligned, you feel grounded, you feel calm, you feel happy. And you tend to attract other people that feel that way too. And then you're really exponentially growing this morphic field of being in resonance with your higher self, being in resonance with what this meeting is about, love, being in resonance with love. So I thought her description was just so good on that one. So the good news is we are in complete control and power over what we vibrate at. but it does take consciousness. It takes an awareness for us to notice what we are vibrating at. And these perception mechanisms that we have, when they're in 3D, it's hard to acknowledge what our vibration could be because we've got our eyeballs out this way and we're really matching the world around us, right? But when we put those perception mechanisms back on our holy divine source self, and we are vibrating at fifth dimension and above, so love or above, the quantum vibration of love or above is fifth dimension and above, then we can acknowledge, where am I at? What am I vibrating at? Because it is in direct correlation to what I'm attracting into my life and what I'm desiring. So thank you for that testimonial, because it really, it brings us into that, posing that question, what am I vibrating at? This might be what you ask when you go inside for your inner presencing. Does it make sense to me when I'm sitting inside and I feel XYZ? Does then it make sense to me why I'm attracting something to me in the universe? Because, wow, I'm actually feeling that inside of myself. We are here to master love. First, internally, by falling in love with the very existence of who we are.